information from people here, just asking them questions on what they think is going to take place and everything else. I'm going to give my expectations of this debate before we go far into it. So, a few things. It's not going to be a fight between Warren and Sanders. That doesn't really make sense. If anything, Warren and Sanders are going to be advocating for their positions. People on stage like Hickenlooper and Delaney are most likely going to be trying to pick fights because those guys are on their way out and they need to do anything they can to start a fire. I think the problem here is the fire they're going to start is going to consume them and they're going to get put down like bad mules. It will also have a certain effect of making Sanders look better in this because he will be counterattacking and he will be defending his policy against centrist wing of the party. From the standpoint of Elizabeth Warren, he's not going to hit Warren. He has no reason to hit Warren. And Warren, by definition, is going to be forced to defend any attack that they level at Sanders because it will be, that by definition, to some degree, attacking Warren herself. Meaning, the fight is not going to be between Warren and Sanders. Warren is going to take any opportunity she can to try to distinguish herself from Sanders, but she's not going to attack Sanders because ultimately she's skating on this notion that she is a mini Sanders. And also, many of the plans that she's using are just aping Sanders. And so any attack that they level at Sanders to some degree is implicit an attack on Warren. Warren, when she gets the opportunity to talk, is most likely going to be in defense of whatever they're attacking Sanders on. I hope that makes sense. The announcers were talking about this as if Warren and Sanders were going to fight. It's nonsense. They don't know what they're talking about. Going further, the debate itself, I wasn't enthused about this, but I think there may be an opportunity for Sanders to actually extend his gains. And what I mean by that is, especially talking about college loans and the forgiveness, going further, talking about healthcare and education and foreign policy. Because Elizabeth Warren doesn't say squat about foreign policy, meaning if he's trying to distinguish himself, the way to do it is through this level of the things to which Warren has not jumped on or doesn't go as far. Meaning, foreign policy and everything else also make it seem as if she's skating on her coattails, which is actually what's taking place. Meaning he needs to make gains. And he needs to make gains on the issues by which people love him for. He gained 12 points just on the youth vote. And most likely that came from the college loan thing, meaning what he should be talking about on the stage is the college loan forgiveness thing. And again, healthcare as a human right. He needs to dig into Joe Biden's gains in regards to healthcare. He needs to kind of take aim at Joe Biden, even on this debate stage, whether Joe Biden is on the stage or not. That's what needs to take place. And when he gets the opportunity, when people like Hickenlooper or Delaney take shots at him, he needs to put them down with great due force, make a fire out of it. So that's what I think is going to take place in this debate. There's a real opportunity here that I didn't necessarily see before for Sanders to take on. Warren's going to split the vote. Warren is splitting the vote. That is literally what is taking place. Now, if you were Elizabeth Warren, you might say, well, that's not fair to say I'm splitting the vote, but I'm saying you're splitting the vote because it's most likely if Warren wasn't in the race, those people would be jumped into Sanders' vote and, not all of them. Someone would go to Kamala Harris because, you have the woman vote. But in all, she's to some degree cutting down his vote total. But that doesn't matter. He has the win regardless in this case. And there's an opportunity here for him to make gains, despite Joe Biden not being on the stage. There's an opportunity for him to make gains. And I really hope his debate prep has dealt with that. So we'll see. Sanders has an opportunity. This debate party is jam-packed. And if this is like anything else around the United States, there are all sorts of people across the United States who come together. It's a little army in support of Sanders in this case. He should not let them down. And I got to be honest, he kind of did in the last debate when he had opportunities to put it to Biden and he never put it to Biden. Well, this time it's different. Biden is not on stage, but it doesn't mean that he shouldn't point out that Biden is lying about his plan and that the other people, the centrists in the race, use them as kind of, Joe Biden's steed and go after them because they would definitely be going after Sanders. And if it's anything like what it seems to take place, meaning when Harris went after, when Tulsi went after, people responded to that because debates are not purely policy discussions. Debates are optics. I keep using this example because the example works. When Richard Nixon was arguing against John F. Kennedy, the people who watched the debate thought Kennedy won. The people who listened on radio thought Nixon won. Optics matter. Optics matter. Optics matter. 1,000 times. Optics matter. There is no negative in putting down Delaney and the other guy. Zero. There's only upside, and he should take it. So the debate is about to start. I'm giving you what I think is going to take place and what I think needs to take place. So we can compare it with what actually happens. And I'll take out, time frame during the debate in order to kind of come back and check. And I'll also get pictures to show, itself, the number of people that are here, because we're keeping kind of a documentary party. All right, guys, I'll see you momentarily. Thanks all. Bye-bye.